Hi everyone, my name is Kayla and welcome back to Kay's Hidden Shelf where we talk about books. Today I have my third weekly wrap up. This is going to be delayed, but it will come out. I do apologize for the delay. It happens, it's life. But I do have some exciting updates for you. I've finally finished Shorefall by Robert Jackson Bennett. I actually started this pre-Christmas, so it's been a while, and I am so happy I finally got this done. I think I read the final 320 some pages this past week because I really did want to get this off of my active reading list. I did enjoy several aspects of this. I love the developments, the turns that it took, the characters I enjoy, and I was really surprised with how the story ended up unfolding and sets up for book 3. Now, the magic system does feel like a hard magic system as well. It feels like computer programming in a fantasy setting, but instead of using a code or a program to create a software on a computer, for example, think of it like using the code to change the object's perspective of reality. The magic system is really fascinating to me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did find it went sometimes a little too far into the heavier details and the specifics with the magic system. I think once you get a handle on how it works, it's pretty self-explanatory, though I did find that the repetitive nature of the plot development, which was a mission, plot development, new plan for a new mission, and follow up with the repeating pattern there, it did continue until close to the end, I would say. It wasn't until about, I'd say 3/4 of the way through, maybe 80 pages left, where things finally started to come to a head. The big reveals start to kick in, and things finally start to progress in the story. So I will be moving on with Locklands to continue and finish this trilogy, because I am really curious how this is all going to wrap up. Next, I read The Rest to the Gods by Joshua Walker. This is a debut for the author and a prequel novella for their upcoming series, and that is The Song of the Sleepers. Now, this was wholly unique, and there are many reasons why. The author managed to capture a defined and unique world and magic system. Everything felt very grounded, and it felt like while we got so much information about these aspects in the world, that was only scratching the surface. There is far more I am curious about in the world and the magic, how all of it works. It follows two very different peoples, humans. As you know, we struggle to survive at times and have very different views on life, and Aobians, I believe is how you pronounce that, who is a culture of people who live in an ancestral tree. Now, what is different about these Aobians is that they are considered blessed and near to gods with their magic and abilities. They have a soft glow about them, and their entire presence is considered a blessing among many, although some also view it as a curse. I loved being able to go through this. It does change time perspectives as it starts in the present and then jumps into the past from the main character's life. However, getting those little glimpses, going back and forth, getting the details, it did take me a little bit to get settled, especially with the magic system. It is wholly unique, but it is such a fascinating aspect to this. Now, something else that was impressive is that we do get character depth, we get character growth, we get over, I believe, 50 plus years of history in this novella. There is a lot going on in this, but it works so well. This also has some military fantasy aspect to it, but the story focuses mainly on one of the blessed ones, or Aobians, and her role is more of a magical priestess in a way, so it was really nice to see that perspective while there was still action going on as well. I am rambling, but needless to say, I was impressed by this novella. As a debut, especially, there's a lot of depth and character work put into this. I think I would have liked to have been able to connect with the main character a little bit more. However, I appreciate all of the depth that was put into her character work. That is just a me thing. I had a hard time connecting with her. However, I did love the side cast as well. And there are these little creatures called hidden ones, which I'll let you discover for yourself. I was just pleasantly surprised by the rich world, the magic system, and how unique it felt, and the circumstances that are covered, as this talks about, I believe, over 50-ish years of history. So that all packed into 130 pages is quite impressive. And to pull it off as well as the author did is just fantastic to see. Also, it's free. If you go to the author's newsletter and sign up, you can download this novella and read it for yourself at no cost. So I will leave a link in the description below if you're interested in checking that out for yourself. And finally, I started reading The Court of Broken Knives by Anna Smith Sparks. I've got the physical copy and I'm doing an immersion read with the audiobook. I'm only 30 so pages in, but first impressions are very, very good. I immediately got sucked into this, and the only reason I put it down where I did is because my eyes could not stay open anymore. Keeping in mind this is only 30 pages in, so take this with a grain of salt. However, it is already packed with action. It has such a grim and dark perspective on the world, but there is a beauty about that perspective, which is really fascinating to see. So first impressions, fantastic, and I am very excited to continue this. And that is everything I read in the past week. I think total I probably read about 480 some pages, which is pretty good considering the last few weeks have not been anywhere near that number. I feel like I'm slowly getting back into my reading routine, which is lovely, as I also settle in with the new video routine and doing 2 videos a week instead of 1. I'd love to know though, what did you read last week? Are there any that are on your radar for this coming week? Leave your comments down below. I always love hearing from you. And as always, thank you so much for watching and take care of yourselves.